What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin. We're going to do a quick little update today, and then I got to go to bed, man. It's that time of night. Nope, I'm going to make one more video after this, but that's okay. Let's see, top to bottom here. Broke through the 786, love to see it. Found support on your 618, went up. Generally speaking, with this kind of look, I would expect that you go to your 886, and that's all the way at $58,000. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. You don't have to. Again, these are lines. I'm not an oracle. Somebody called me an oracle. They were being a smartass whenever they said that, or they were trying to insult me. But I'm not an oracle. Okay, never have I claimed to be. Never have I claimed to be that these are prophecies that have to happen. They're just lines. I say this all the time. These are just lines. They're ideas. Okay. Sometimes you tip them perfectly. Sometimes you tip them perfectly. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes, you don't even hit your 0.5. You don't find support on your 382. Like it's not an exact science. It's a probabilistic, statistical backed science, right? That's all it is. Never have I ever pretended to know the future. I'm just trying to predict it. That's it, right? And never do I expect in my predictions that it'll happen exactly how I expect it to happen, right? I don't have the I don't know. I'm not that pompous, at least. There are some setups that look very perfect, and you can very closely tighten it, assume where things are going to go. And I've made pretty good, accurate calls, but at a large, I always give a range because you never know where that precise number is going to be. And enough about that. But what I'm trying to say is we do have some form of a lower high here in this RSI. It could be bearish divergence. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But until we get a red week, it's not confirmed. We did hit on the relative extension here from this high to low. We did hit our 1272 today. Yesterday? No, today. Yeah, we barely missed it yesterday. We hit it today. We tipped it. This could be the top of our move right now. When I say the top, I don't mean this is going to happen. Okay, it could, but I doubt that. What I mean is we probably go down. We just found our higher high. We probably come down and we find our higher low. That's all I mean. So I think that we could right now be seeing a move that takes us down to about 45, like 45.5K to 44.5K, somewhere in that range. At the lowest or at the highest, I would expect at least just below 48K, around 47.7K. But 47.7K to 44.7K, that's kind of the area to expect, I suppose. I am personally looking for 45.5 to 44.5. We could go lower. That much is possible as well, but who knows? And we could absolutely go higher from here. There is the 1414 at 54,300. There is the 1618 at 57,066. 1 second, I just got to plug this in. There we go. We might not be done, but for what it's worth, on a daily perspective, we are pretty overbought. We've been overbought for a little while, right? We're at some of those ranges where we do turn around. I wonder real quick, something like this, right? Like we were overbought for a while, but we still continued to climb up, right? We pulled back, but we continued to climb up. Had a bigger pullback. I don't expect it to be just like this personally. I do think it'll be a little bit more volatile, less of a consolidation phase, because we already had our consolidation phase, right? I would think that we'd pull back a little bit, but I can be wrong, man. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. But this does suffice for a high, is all I'm trying to say. If you look at the 4 hour for what it's worth, the 4 hour does look a little bit exhausted. We had that hidden bullish divergence, and now to me it just looks like we're at the right place for things to turn around. We moved up, volumes decreasing. Looking at the 2 hour, very bullish 2 hour actually, and the 1 hour looks a little bit exhausted. Yeah, it wouldn't be crazy at all to pull back from here. So be prepared for that. Again, the targets that I'm looking for are between about 47.7 to 44.7. Specifically, I'm looking for that 44.7 to 45.5K area. If we do close, if we get a day to close, what you don't want to see is a day to close below this line here at the 618. If we get a day to close, and I don't mean a little bit, it would have to be a little bit more than a little bit, right? Significant amount. Like, let's close at like 44.3, not 44.6. Close noticeably below it and get another day to confirm it. We could see a move that is more significant to the downside that might even take us below these lows. Prices below 38,500 are very much still possible. They very much are. However, I don't think they're likely at this point. I very much don't think they're likely. I do address them because I think it's good to, you know, accept all possibilities. And this is kind of the line that you don't want to cross if you want to prevent that as a likelihood. It's a possibility, but prevent it from being a likelihood. You can go below this white line. You can go below it, but don't close below it. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not impressed by the volume. That's the one reason I really do keep talking about this, besides trying to address all possibilities. That's the thing that's like, I'm a little like, ooh, that and the the Bitcoin Crypto Fear and Greed Index is pretty high. It's at some of the highest levels we've seen, actually the highest levels we've seen since the beginning of the bear market, the ending of the bull market from 2021. So absolutely we could move up more, man. Absolutely we could keep going, but we are getting near those areas in the RSI where we like to turn around, you know. We've gone higher before, but just on average, you put a line right there. You can see how, like, this is kind of, we normally stop below this line. If we go above it, it's not by much, right? Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. It could happen, but I'm not holding my breath on it. So all in all that to say, man, pretty quick video. I feel like there was something else I had to say that I wanted to say, and I can't think of it. What was it? Oh, it's gonna bother me. I'll think about it later. I feel like I mentioned it in a video, and I was like, I'll talk about that in my Bitcoin video, and I'm not. I'm forgetting. I don't know. I'm not too terribly confident that this is the high, the relative high, but there's a little bit of a decent sense that it is. Let's see how today closes. Let's see how the week closes before we that line wasn't meant to be there. That was an accident. Before we jump to conclusions, that could be the high. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that I guess I assume that it is, kind of, but I'm not calling for that just yet. We absolutely could go higher. I'm more just putting this on your radar because we did literally hit the 1272 very perfectly. And for all the people that have been saying that I'm just wrong in every video, which I'm not, but I'm not going to try to prove myself to you. If this is the high, I wonder where you'll be whenever we go back down here. I wonder where you will be if we go down here. I really wonder where you're going to be. Actually, I don't wonder. I know where you're going to be. You're going to be nowhere to be found. If, however, we go up, I'm sure you will be all over it. And man, I love my haters. I really do. I love my haters a lot because I know you guys are watching every video. I know you're watching every detail. You're looking for the faults in the stars. You're looking for anything you can write a comment on. And man, I love when I have viewers that watch every video and that comment on my videos. You guys are the real ones. So that's all I got to say. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to see more. Obviously the non-haters are the real ones, but I'm being a smart ass there. But it's just funny. It's like the more they hate me, the more they're gonna push my content. So it's maybe I shouldn't say that because I don't know. I thought about not saying that, but I kind of just let it slip. So anyways, kind of calling for a high here. We'll see. Absolutely we could go higher though, so don't hold me to it. I can be wrong, as the haters will let you know. I can definitely be wrong, but it wouldn't be crazy if we pulled back from here. And that's all I got. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.